which marks the beginning of a really good thing going forward in the city. And for the first time in Kakinada, pickleball is being brought at a very bigger stage. And as a league, as a community, it is a celebration of sport for us. So before we move into the exciting part of the bidding, I would like to take a moment to express our sincere gratitude for all the dignitaries here. Our very own, the main guest of honor, Shri Sujay Krishna Rangarao Garu. Thank you for gracing this occasion and encouraging the sporting initiatives like this, pickleball and some other sports across the cities. We also extend our heartfelt thanks to our sponsors, Shri Gunnam Chandramouli Garu and Shri Suresh Verma Garu, for their belief, the guidance, the support in every possible way. And a special mention to our guests, our very own Prabhakar uncle, the Bobby uncle, for being a part of this journey. Also, I would like to welcome Shri Tota Naveen Garu, who will be here in a while, Shri Shashidhar Garu, Mutta Naveen Garu, and Kosiri Ravi Varma Garu for gracing this occasion and making this league possible in the best possible way, which is also an encouragement from each one of you. Thank you so much. Yeah. So now let me also take a moment to invite the person who's led us all the way to follow the madness of the sport pickleball in Kakinada, who's also my co-host for the day, where we have already, there's a moment where we were all fired up together in the sport of cricket, but it's all because of this person alone. So I would love to invite Mr. Vasist onto the stage to have a minute of speech from his end.
So good evening everyone. First of all, thanks for pulling my leg on the stage today, and thanks for the kind words, Rafa. And it truly means a lot being part of this this journey and standing on the stage after so many months and finally starting this Kakinada Pickleball League is something I'm genuinely proud of about myself and also all the people here. I want to take a moment today to thank someone very special, Vinay, because we both started pickleball playing in Kakinada in the same venue literally 1 year back and just exploring the sport. Now Vinay has come up a very long way. He's smashing the ball all over the courts in all over the cities. He recently, as we call him Wafa, he has been incredibly generous for putting his time, even though he has two works, like one is shares and one is his own trade of steels. But he has put up so much of his time and efforts for this league to put up in this stage. He has been a very strong foundation for pickleball in Kakinada. He is the one who went out of Kakinada to play the leagues first, and he has introduced us to play more tournaments coming forward. I also want to extend a very special thanks to Varun and Badri, the gang leaders, who has introduced us to so many other people, Prashant, Gautam, Anil, Tawfiq, Ishwar, Kitu, all of us, we consider ourselves as Wafa Warriors, which the team has started as a cricket team, and then we have become as a pickleball team now. You all are more, all these people are more than just teammates. They are a family now, and they are the standing people for this tournament. So thank you all for being part of this small effort which you are putting in to build the Kakinada Pickleball family. With that, I warmly welcome everyone here today to be part of this event, and let's celebrate the sport, spirit, and the friendship that brings us together. Thank you.
So, thanks for being so grounded, Vasist. But yeah, I never thought a mad cricket team like us freaking all along into the way of sport of pickleball. All hail the team Wafa Warriors. Now, let's all take a moment to invite Shri Sujay Krishna Rangarao Garu onto the stage and express his view for the tournament.
Hello everybody, very nice to meet you all in this Kakinada mega auction. It's always nice when you see the game grow especially a new ecosystem is being created by energetic youngsters in Kakinada, and I truly appreciate that. Till now, proper ecosystem exists in Vijayawada and Vizag and Guntur, yes. Now Kakinada is emerging as another alternative, which is really encouraging. You have some very good players. As Vashisht was saying, in the recent Vizag league, 4 of you from Kakinada had come and played, and one was the winner in Badrinath, and Vasant was the runners-up, and Vinay got a special award, and of course Vamsi also played amazing. So Kakinada boys really proved themselves in Vizag also. So I hope many more players from Kakinada emerge and emulate the 4 already amazing players that you have. It's very nice, and this league I'm sure would help in the game development in Kakinada. It's very encouraging to note that sponsors have also come forward in Chandramouli Garu and Suresh Verma Garu. It's always a necessity for any sport to, grow. You need sponsors. Only then the game would pick up, and since you have generous sponsors, your job is made easy. So I congratulate all the team owners also who've come forward and taken teams. I hope you get the best players, and your team does the best. I've been encouraging my friends in Kakinada, in Thought Naveen Garu and Bobby, to take up the game of pickleball. They've been playing other games. I told them that pickleball is much more enjoyable because in Kakinada I only see youngsters playing, whereas in Vizag we all play. So I want Naveen Garu and Bobby to, compete with the youngsters and do well. So in that way, it's a game for all age groups. Everybody should enjoy this game. I'm always there to encourage pickleball. We should have more interactions, and maybe you guys should come Vizag often and play together some weekends. We'll also come and have a good time in pickleball, and ultimately the game of pickleball should grow in Andhra Pradesh. I genuinely hope that. Thank you very much for inviting me for this event and making me a part of this event. I really hope that this tournament will do a world of good to pickleball in Kakinada. Thank you so much.
Just a second, sir, 1 second. So I would request Mr. KP to show his deep gratitude by presenting a moment of token to Shri Sujay Krishna Garu. And thank you, sir. Thank you for those really kind words. They are really supportive, and we really hope we see a kind of Kakinada versus Vizag pickleball fight all the way soon. So we're waiting for that. Now, yeah. And now it's the big time. It's the show time. So let me take a brief time to introduce all owners, all the franchisee names, and everything for now. So to start off with, let me introduce the team Ceasefire. This is the first team for the day, which is being led by Mr. Subireddy. He looks calm on the outside, but when he decides, it's kind of a fire coming out of nowhere. So, and going to the second team, the team Vikings, which is led by our very own Vishal. One very good thing about Vishal is, he's been very supportive for the team of Vikings. Of the Vishakhapatnam and the man of timeouts. Yeah. So, from the bottom of my heart, a very big thank you for all the team Vikings for coming all the way along to represent this league in Kakinada. And also a special mention to Mr. Maligar and also Badri Rao Garu. It's been, I keep telling youngsters that these guys are not uncles, but they are the tough blokes amongst the lot. So, yeah, it's very tough to compete against you guys. And everyone has seen this particular thing yesterday as well. So, I hope you'd be generous with your smashes or rallies going forward in the tournament. And, yeah, going forward with our very own Prabhakar uncle, the Bobby's Picklers. He's a fine example of, experience bring patience and patience wins tournaments. So he's the secret behind, I think he's the entire energy behind Badrinath's win in the Vizag Pickleball League. So from the bottom of my heart, a very big thanks to you for being a part of this pickleball tournament as well. The other team that I would love to introduce today is the team Hell's Kitchen, represented by both Nandu and Shishir. Shishir isn't here, but a few words about Nandu. He's a very nice guy. He's always been, welcoming to his new courts. Although we have a couple of courts in Kakinada, but he's been very generous to gather all the people along for some unique tournaments in the court. But yeah, it's such a sweet gesture from you, Nandu. Thank you for taking up a team and pushing this game forward in Kakinada as well. And special mention to Shishir as well, who's been a part of the team Hell's Kitchen. We've been with Shishir since a long time, playing the sport here in the club. To call it, we are the early junta in Kakinada playing the pickleball club, and he's a very cool guy. He's not here, but he's a very nice guy with a, he's having a very sharp mind with sharp instincts, and I seriously hope Hell's Kitchen puts this up in the league going forward. Now I would like to, introduce the team Metro United. It's to give a brief introduction of Metro United. It's two minds on a single table. One is led by Mr. Rahul, who is the disciplined, structured school guy with a school guy mindset. And the other one, Prashant. I think we don't separately need an introduction to Prashant. He is the bold, the fierce, the fearless, the ruthless, whatnot. Everything behind the entire pickleball scene in Kakinada. And a special mention to him because our guys performing there in Vizag was not really easy unless if it was not for Prashant being there. So a special thanks to Prashant, and your presence here would make even more better. So and going forward with the final team, the Gangs of Godavari. Our very dear friend Mr. KP Garu, our cricket friend. So, he's a person with calm voice but very sharp eyes. And when he bids, like the team says, the Gangs of Godavari, the river flows. So, hope to see you forward in the season. Now, yeah, so that's it all for the team's introduction and all. Now, I would love to take a moment to call upon KP Garu to show his gratitude by giving all the franchisee owners the token of gratitude on the stage. So I would call upon Mr. Subireddy Anna onto the stage and KP Garu to, listen. Last lo andru vastaru kada. Stage ట్రాఫీలు చెప్పు అంటే ఇప్పుడు వెయిట్ చేయమని చెప్తారు. I would love to call upon Vishal onto the stage to collect this token. మనం పక్కకు వచ్చేద్దాం. Also, let me welcome our Rahul Anna onto the stage.
Gautam.
Okay, and also Prashant, sorry, sorry for that. I know what happens later, but sorry. I would love to call upon Nandu and his team onto the stage. No problem. Come in. Join. No problem. I would also love to call upon our Prabhakar uncle onto the stage. And once again, I would like to welcome Sujay Garu onto the stage to give away his. One second. Okay, now I request all the team owners to come along the stage and launch the poster for the tournament. అది ఓపెన్ చేయండి ఏ విశాల్ దాక్కుంటే ఎలాగా చాలా తక్కువ సెంటర్ పెట్టండి విశాల్ I would also request all the dignitaries on the stage to unveil the trophy. So I would also call upon all the I would also call upon the organizing team to get onto the stage. Now I would request Chandramouli uncle and Suresh Verma garu to come onto the stage and launch the trophy. Launch Vinay. మళ్ళీ కన్నేస్తావా అనుకున్నా ట్రోఫీ మీద కనబడుతుంది థ్యాంక్ యూ ఫర్ ఆల్ gracing this trophy launch occasion here. Now I would also request all the organizing team to just show their faces with the trophy because we really don't know who gets the trophy. So I would also call Surya and his gang onto the stage. Nandu, come. Vishal, please be on the stage. Thank you.
ట్రాఫీ వచ్చేసి
వెళ్ళట్లేదు.
ట్రాఫీ వదిలేసారు.
Special thanks to our very own Prudhvi Anna, Rajesh Anna and Muta Shashdar uncle for gracing this occasion at this moment. I would also call upon them onto the stage for a photo with the trophy as well. It'll be really encouraging for us as a team together. So, come along, join on. Sujay uncle, if you can join on the stage for a while. So, and Bobby uncle, also Chandramouli uncle, if you can. Also Suresh Garu is here. So, and Thotan Naveen uncle. So. I would also welcome Ravi Anna onto the stage. Thank you very much, everyone. This really means a lot for us.
తీసేద్దాం ప్లేస్ అర్థంగా ఉంటుంది కదా
రూల్స్ చెప్పిన తర్వాత
నేను ఎప్పుడు ఒక్కొక్క డిస్కస్ చేసుకుని పాయింట్స్
నేను
ఇంకో మైక్ ఉంది కదా ఇంకో మైక్
లేదు
ఆ తర్వాత కాన్వర్జేషన్ కింద
All right. So now it's time for the action. Before we begin with the action, let me get through really important points with the auction rules and regulations. Now, coming to the league overview, we have a pool of 60 players. with the total number of teams being 6, and we've made it mandatory for all the 6 teams to pick 10 players each. There's a budget of 1 lakh points for each team, and a mandatory thing here is no team is allowed to finish with fewer than 10 players under any circumstances throughout the bidding process. So I know it will be really tough for all the teams to pick all the 10 guys, but this is how we've designed it. So, and also a very important point, let me put it up as a main point even before we kick off. So what we felt is, going forward in the tournament, this is something related to the tournament and matches as such, which should be said right before the auction is what we feel. And we felt no player in a single team is allowed to repeat any match twice. So basically there's no combination that can repeat in the same match against any team. So that's the main thing which we wanted to put it out even before the tournament starts. And also the number of matches per team is yet to be decided. It might be 7 or it may be 9. I'm just putting it out very clear even before the auction starts, so that there won't be any discrepancies in deciding things. And also one single player can play a maximum of 3 matches, and depends on the rest as per the team's wish. Also, a number of 15 players. These 15 players have a base price of 3,000 points and a bid increment of 500 points each. The other pool is the common pool, having 45 players with a base price of 1,000 points with a bid increment of 500 points each. So 3,000 for the captain's pool and 1,000 points for the common pool. 500 points is the basic increment in the bid price going forward. And the auction order will be with the captain's pool followed by the common pool. Now, as I already told, every team will be starting with a budget of 1 lakh points. It is going to be an open auction where every single player is being bid in the auction right now. So these bids must be shouted really clear enough so that every other player, every other team owner gets to notice. The auctioneer, myself and Vasist, would confirm the highest bid. There will be a 60-second bidding window per player, and the final auctioneer's call is the binding part of this entire thing. In the main auction, all the 60 players are auctioned once in their respective pools, and if there are any unsold players, they move to the re-auction pool. So once they're unsold, they would get back to the re-auction pool, and this proceeds forward as long as all the 60 players are being sold for all the entire teams. And the mandatory re-auction process is strictly limited to 3 points. One is being all the unsold players are re-auctioned very openly, and it will be fair enough for everyone. It will be the same base price and the increments apply as it is. All the teams are allowed to bid again. And if any team still has fewer than 10 players after the re-auction, the following non-negotiable process is what we've applied. There won't be any further bidding allowed, and these bidding constraints are not a valid excuse for any team as such. The auction stops immediately for all the affected teams. So I hope every player here and every owner here binds with the auction rules and regulations that I have put in. So I think it's time for the big auction. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, let's begin the Kakinada Pickleball player auction for now. So As you can see on the screen, we have the player name being displayed on the board, and the bid starts right away by the auctioneer itself. So, yeah, yeah. నువ్వు ఈ పేజ్ ఎవరిదైతే decent point. So let's come up with the first person in the league who is up for the big number. Let us start off with our very own Badri Rao uncle. He is the player who, who really doesn't change the mindset of the other player as well. He's a very calm, composed guy where the trailing scores doesn't affect him at all. So, ladies and gentlemen, the first bid price for Badri uncle starts with 3,000. So, yeah, I'm going with the team Metro United for 3,000, the base price. Sticking to 3,000. 3,000, Badri uncle. I see KP Garu too excited, but yeah, that should be in the process of bidding, but 3,000 once. Yes, I see KP Garu upping his game. 3,500 to Badri Garu. 3,500. 3,500 Gangs of Godavari. 4,000. 4,000 Metro United. 4,000. 4,500 the Bobby Spicklers. 5,000. 5,000 Metro United. Anyone up? 5,000 Metro United. I'm yet to see action for Badri uncle. 5,000. I'm going for Badri uncle. 5,000 once. Twice. 5,500. 6,000. 6,000 by Vikings. 6,500 Metro United. 6,500. 7,000 Team Ceasefire. Now everyone is into action. Yeah. 7,000. 7,000 Team Ceasefire. 7,500 Metro United. 7,500. 8,000 Gangs of Godavari. 8,000. 8,000 the Gangs of Godavari. The person with the most court awareness here. 8,500 Team Ceasefire. 8,500. 8,500 Team Ceasefire. 9,000. 9,000 Metro United. 9,000. Anyone upping the game? 9,000. 9,500 the Bobby Spicklers. 9,500. 10,000 Metro United. 10,000. 10,500. Here comes the Team Ceasefire. 10,500. 11,000. 11,000 Metro United. 11,000. 11,000 once. 11,500 the Gangs of Godavari. 12,000. 12,000 for the team Metro United. 12,000 once. 12,500 Team Vikings. 13,000 Metro United. 13,000. 13,000 Metro United. 13,500 Team Ceasefire. 14,000. 14,000 Metro United. 14,000. 14,000. 14,500 by Vishal. 15,000. 15,000 Metro United. I don't see any stop from Metro United and Vishal. 15,500 Gangs of 16,000 Ceasefire. 16,500 Gangs of Godavari. 16,500. 16,500. 17,000 Metro United. 17,000. 17,000 by Metro United. I'm sticking them for once. 17,500. The Vikings is back again. 18,000 by the Gangs of Godavari. 18,000. 18,000. 18,000. 18,500. The team ceasefire. 18,500. 18,500. 19,000. 19,000. 19,000. That's smile from Vishal just raised the price. 20,000. Gangs of Godavari. 20,000. Is there any stop? No. 20,000. The Gangs of Godavari. Once. 20,500. Vikings. 20,500. 21,000. 21,000. Gangs of Godavari. 21,500. Vikings. 21,500. Vikings. 21,500 for the team Vikings. Sticking to them once, twice. 22,000. 22,500 ceasefire. 22,000. 22,500 for Gangs of Godavari. 22,500. 23,000. 23,000. 23,000 by Vikings. They're not letting anyone take up Badri uncle. 23,000. 23,000. Sticking to Vikings for once. Now, Nandu adds spice. Hell's Kitchen is here. 23,500. 24,000 Gangs of Godavari. 24,000 Gangs of Godavari. 24,000. 24,500. Sorry, 24,500. 25,000 Vikings. 25,000 Vikings. That's a milestone for now. 25,000 Vikings. I'm sticking to them for once, twice. 25,500 Gangs of Godavari. My God. 25,500. 25,500 for once. 26,000. 26,000. 26,000 by Vikings. 26,000 by Vikings. 26,500 Gangs of Godavari. 26,500 Gangs of Godavari once, twice. Should I wait, Vishal? Sold. That's Badri uncle. The first bid for 26,500 into the team of the Gangs of Godavari. Let's see the river flowing now. Nice. The next player into the auction, Mr. Vasant Naidu. The name isn't out yet, but Metro United seems really interested. Let's start with a base price of 3,000. Metro United for 3,000. Vasant Veer Naidu. The runner in Vizag Friends Pickleball League for 3,000. 3,500 by Prabhakar uncle. 4,000 Metro United. 4,000. The bar hasn't been down yet. 4,000 Metro United. 4,500 team ceasefire. 4,500. 5,000. 5,000. 5,000 from Metro United. 5,000 once. Twice. 5,500 Viking. 6,000 ceasefire. 6,500 Metro United. 6,000, 7,000 by Bobby Spicklers. 7,500 Metro United. He's not just putting his hand down. 7,500 Metro United. 7,500 Metro United. Anyone happier? 8,000 Nandu. The Hell's Kitchen. The doors are open. 8,000. 8,500 Metro United. 9,000 Hell's Kitchen. 9,000. 9,500 Metro United. 10,000. 10,000. 10,500. 11,000 Metro United. 11,000. 11,500. Team ceasefire. 11,500. 12,000. 13,000. Hell's Kitchen. 13,500. Metro United. 13,500. Metro United. 14,000. 14,000. 15,000. Metro United. 15,000. Metro United. 15,000. 15,500. 16,000. Metro United again. 16,500. The river is back again. The gangs of Godavari. 17,000. Metro United. 17,000. 17,000. 17,500. Subiredi Anna is thinking that's dangerous. 17,500. Team ceasefire. 18,000. 18,500. 19,000. Gangs of Godavari. 19,000. Team Metro United. 19,000. Metro United. 19,000. 19,500. Hell's Kitchen. 20,000. Team ceasefire. 20,000. 20,000. 20,000. Team ceasefire. Sticking to him for now. 20,000. Tony is all fired up. 20,000 for once to team ceasefire. 20,500. 21,000. The Bobby Spicklers. 21,000. 21,000. The Bobby Spicklers. 21,000. 21,500. Hell's Kitchen is back again. 21,500. 21,500. That's a small amount for this big person. 22,000. 22,000. The Bobby Spicklers. 22,000. 22,500. Hell's Kitchen. 22,500. Hell's Kitchen. 23,000. The Bobby Spicklers. 23,000. 23,000. No bids, Vishal? You player, your very own player in Vizag. 23,000. 23,000. Bobby Spicklers. 23,000. I'm sticking for Bobby Spicklers once, twice. 23,500. Team ceasefire. Even Tony looks shocked. 23,500. Once, twice. 24,000. Bobby Spicklers. 24,000. Bobby Spicklers. Is there any bid yet? 24,000 from Bobby Spicklers. For once, twice. Sold. 24,000. Vasant Naidu for the team, the Bobby Spicklers. The next player in the pool the legend of Kakinada, Badrinath, Ritesh. Starting with a base price of 3,000. The hammers are already up. Metro United 3,000, 4,000. Hell's Kitchen 4,500, 5,000. 5,000 Hell's Kitchen. 5,500. 6,000. 6,500. It's better if you just bid the price later because, you know. 6,000 Metro United. 6,000 Metro United. 6,000. It's a very tactical move from Bobby Uncle. He'll be patiently waiting for all the bidders to take the lead. But I know what happens. 6,000. No, it's not okay. Patiently wait here. 6,000 Metro United. For once. Twice. 6,500. 6,500 by Bobby Spicklers. 7,000. 7,000 Metro United. 7,000 Metro United. 7,000 Metro United. For once. 7,500. The Vikings is back here again with his winning champ. 8,000 Metro United. 8,000. 8,000 Metro United. Sticking to him for now. 8,000. 8,500 Vikings. 9,000 Metro United. 9,500 Vikings. 10,000. 10,500. 11,000 Ceasefire. 12,000 Metro United. 13,000. Let me take a break. 13,000. 13,500 Metro United. 14,000 Vikings. 14,000 Vikings. 14,500 Metro United. 14,500 Metro United. 14,000. 15,000 Vikings. 15,000 Vikings. 15,500. 16,000. 16,500. 17,000. 17,500 Metro United. 18,000 Vikings. They're not leaving him. 18,500. 19,000 Metro United. 19,500 Vikings. 20,000 ceasefire. 20,500 Metro United. 20,500 Metro United. 20,500. 20,500 for the person who wins points with angles but not by force. 21,000 from Bobby Spicklers. 21,000 from Bobby Spicklers. 21,000. 21,000 to Badrinath Ritesh. 21,000 for once. 21,500 team ceasefire. 21,500 team ceasefire for once. Bobby Spicklers are back again with 22,000. 22,000 Bobby Spicklers. 22,000 Badrinath Ritesh. 22,000. Anyone up? 22,000 for Bobby Spicklers. For once, twice, 22,500. 23,000 Hell's Kitchen. 23,000 Hell's Kitchen. 23,000 Hell's Kitchen. Nandu looks calm, but the temperature is rising. 23,000 Hell's Kitchen. 23,000 for once. 23,500. Prabhakar uncle will not give him. 23,000. 23,000 Bobby Spicklers. 23,000. 23,500 Bobby Spicklers. 23,500 for once. Twice. 24,000 Metro United again. 24,000 Team Metro United. 24,500 Bobby Spicklers. 24,500 for Badrinath Ritesh. 24,500. 25,000 Metro United. 25,000. 25,000. 25,000 Metro United for Badrinath. Once. 25,500. 25,500 Bobby Spicklers. 25,500. Anyone up again? 25,500 Bobby Spicklers. Sticking to them for now. Once. Twice. Sold. Ooh. Back into the daddy's game. Badrinath Ritesh for 25,500 into the team of the Bobby Spicklers. Both the father and son are really happy. They look satisfied. Even we are satisfied. The next player, the one who opens the door, the Hell's Kitchen. There's a kitchen, but you know, it's a hell. Okay, for Nandu, 3,000. Starting with a base price of 3,000, Hell's Kitchen. 3,000. 3,000 Hell's Kitchen. 3,500 team ceasefire. 3,500 team ceasefire. 3,500. 3,500 team ceasefire. 3,500 for Nandu or Nanda. I'm really sorry. For team ceasefire. 3,500 team ceasefire for once. 4,000 Metro United. 4,000 Metro United. 4,000. Once. 4,500. 5,000 by Vikings. 5,500 by Metro United. All the drama at once. 5,500. 5,500. 5,500 Metro United. 5,500 Metro United. For once. 6,000. 6,500 Metro United again. 7,000 Vikings. 7,000 from Vikings. 7,500 Gangs of Godavari. 8,000 back again Metro. 8,000 by Metro. 8,500 from the team Ceasefire. 8,500. 9,000 Metro is back again. 9,000. 9,000. 9,000 Metro United. I'm sticking to them. 9,000. 9,500 Vikings. 9,500 Vikings. 9,500 Vikings. 10,000 team ceasefire is in. 10,000. 10,000. 10,500 from Vikings. 10,500 from Vikings. 10,500. For once. 11,000 ceasefire. 11,500 Metro. 12,000 the gangs. 12,500 Vikings. Back again. 12,000. 12,500 from Metro. 13,000 from the gangs of Godavari. 13,000. 13,000. 13,000 from the gangs of Godavari. For Nandu. 13,500 Vikings. 13,000. 14,000 from the team Metro. 14,000. 14,500 from Vikings again. 14,500. 15,000 Metro United. 15,500 Vikings. 15,500 from the team Vikings. 15,500. Metro, are you back? 15,500. They are. 16,000 from Metro. 16,500 from Vikings. 16,500 from Vikings. 16,500 for once. Twice. 17,000. 17,500 Hell's Kitchen. 17,500. 17,500. The man himself has bid for himself. 18,000 Metro United. 18,000 Metro United. 18,000 for once. Twice. 19,000. 18,500 Vikings. 18,500 Vikings. Vikings is slowly back to the action. 18,500. 18,500. 18,500. For once. Twice. 19,000 from the gangs of Godavari. 19,000 from the gangs of Godavari. 19,000 for once. Twice. 19,500 from the Hell's Kitchen. 19,500 from Hell's Kitchen. 19,500 to the person who adds up without any drama. 19,500 Hell's Kitchen for Nandu. Once. Twice. Sold. He's quite a difference maker. So 19,500 Nandu for the team Hell's Kitchen. The next player, the man himself, our very own creator, Krishna assist Muta. Prashant is straight up. Metro United with 3,000 a base. 3,500 comes team ceasefire. 3,500 team ceasefire. 4,000 the gangs of Godavari. 4,000 gangs of Godavari. 4,500 team ceasefire. 5,000 gangs of 5,500 Metro. 6,000 the team ceasefire. 6,000. 6,500 from the gangs. 7,000 from Ceasefire. 7,500 from the Metro. 8,000. Just give me a moment. I just need to look at this. 8,000. 8,000 from the Metro. 8,500 from the Gangs. 9,000. 9,000 from Ceasefire. 9,500. Vinay from the very own OG team is not just letting his hand down. 9,500 from Ceasefire. 9,500. 10,000 from Metro. 10,500 Ceasefire. 11,000. 11,500. 12,000 Ceasefire. 12,500 Metro. 13,000 the Gangs of Godavari. 13,500. 14,000 Team Ceasefire. 14,500 from the Gangs. There's no stop here. 14,000, 15,000 from Metro. 15,500 Team Ceasefire. 16,000. 16,000 from the Gangs. 16,000 from the Gangs. 16,000. 16,500 Ceasefire. 17,000 from the Gangs. 17,500 from Metro. 17,500. 17,500 from the team Metro. 17,000. 18,000 Ceasefire. 18,500. 18,500 for the Metro United. 18,500. 18,500. 18,500. Once. Twice. 19,000 Hell's Kitchen. 19,500 Team Ceasefire. 20,000 from Metro. Ooh. 20,000. 20,000 from Metro. 20,000 for versus the strong mind beats a strong arm is a very fine example. 20,000 Team Ceasefire. 20,000 Team Ceasefire. 20,000. 20,000 Ceasefire once. 20,500 Metro United. 20,500. 21,000 Hell's Kitchen. 21,000 Hell's Kitchen for once. Twice. 21,500 Metro back again. 21,500. 21,500 for once. Twice. 22,000 Hell's Kitchen. 22,000 Hell's Kitchen. 22,500 Metro for once. Twice. 22,000. 23,000 from Hell's Kitchen. 23,500 from Metro. 23,500 Metro. On the count of 1, 2, 21,500 Metro United. Once. 23,000. Sorry. It's not a bit. Sorry. 23,000 from Metro. Once. Twice. Sold. Such a smart choice. Such a smart choice. 23,500 buses for the team Metro United. The next player in the pool, our very dear Suja uncle, with a base price of 3,000. 3,000 for Suja uncle. There'll be a bidding war now. 3,500 up. Vinay is up with Team Ceasefire here. 3,500. Subiredi Anna, 3,500. 3,500. 3,500. Once. 4,000. Bobby Speaklers. 4,500 Ceasefire. 4,500. 4,500 Team Ceasefire. Once. Twice. 5,000 Hell's Kitchen. 5,500 Ceasefire. 5,500 from Ceasefire. For the league building player, 5,500 Ceasefire. Once. 6,000 the Gangs is back. 6,500. Vishal is here now. Very interesting. 7,000 Ceasefire. 7,500 from the Gangs. 8,000 from Ceasefire. 8,000 from Ceasefire. 8,000 for once. 8,500 from Bobby Speaklers. 8,500. 9,000 Team Ceasefire. 9,500 from the gangs. 10,000 from the team ceasefire. 10,500 from gangs. 10,500 from the gangs of Godavari. Once. 11,000 from ceasefire. 11,000. 11,000 from ceasefire. Once. Twice. 11,500 Hell's Kitchen. 11,000, 12,000 Vikings. 12,500 gangs. 13,000 Hell's Kitchen. 13,500 from gangs. 14,000 from ceasefire. 14,000 from ceasefire. For once. 14,500 from Bobby's Picklers. 15,000. 15,000 team ceasefire. 15,000 for once. 15,500 from Hell's Kitchen. 16,000 ceasefire. 16,000. 16,000. 16,000 ceasefire. Once. 16,500 Bobby's Picklers. 16,500 Bobby's Picklers. 17,000 team ceasefire. 17,500 Vikings. 17,500 from Vikings. 17,000. 17,500 from Vikings for the one who sets the standards for team play. 17,500 for Suja Uncle. Team Vikings once. 18,000 for Bobby's Picklers. 18,000. 18,500 for Vikings. 18,500. On the count of 1, 2, sold. Suja Uncle back to his own team. Team Vikings for 18,500. They already have 2 in the lot. For the next player in the pool. Woo! The Smash King across every city. Mr. Vinay Verma. 3,000. Vinay, you need to stay here. Vinay. 3,000. Okay. I need to save time. So should I start with 15,000? Okay, 3,000 with the base price. Vinay Verma. Anyone up for the base price? 3,000. Vinay Verma. Gangs. Gangs here with a base of 3,000. Vinay. Once, twice. 3,500, 4,000, 4,500, 5,000 for the gangs. 5,000 for the gangs. 5,500 team ceasefire. 5,500 for team ceasefire. This will take an hour. I'll have to cut it out. 5,500 team ceasefire. Once. Twice. 6,000 Metro, 6,500 Hell's Kitchen, 7,000 from the gang, 7,500 from Metro, 8,000 from the gangs, 8,500 Metro, 9,000 from the gangs, 9,000, 9,000 from the gangs, 9,500 from the team ceasefire, 10,000. The gangs of Godavari is again here, 9,500 from the gangs of Godavari, 9,500, 10,000 from the Metro United. 10,000, 10,500 from the gangs. 10,500. 10,500. Once. Twice. Oh my God. 11,000, 11,500. 12,000 from Hell's Kitchen. 12,500 team ceasefire. 12,500 from team ceasefire. 12,000, 13,000 gangs of Godavari. Big matches don't change this player. They don't. 12,500 Vinay Verma. 13,000 from ceasefire. 13,500 from gangs. 13,500. 14,000. Malik Garu has lifted his hand up from Vikings. 14,000 from Vikings. 14,000 Vinay Verma. 14,000 for Vikings once. Twice. 14,500 Metro, 15,000 gangs, 15,500 ceasefire, 15,500, 15,000, 16,000 Vikings, 16,000 Vikings. He himself is saying to stop. So once, twice, thrice. Should I? Sorry. 16,500 from the gangs. 16,500. 17,000 ceasefire. 17,000. 17,500 Vikings. 18,000 from the gangs. 18,000. 18,000. 18,000. 18,500 from ceasefire. 19,000 Vikings. 19,000 Vikings. 19,000. 19,000 Vikings. 19,500 ceasefire. 19,500 ceasefire. 20,000 Vikings. 20,000 from Vikings for once. Twice. 20,500 from the gangs. 21,000 from ceasefire. 21,000. 21,500 from Vikings. 22,000. 22,000 from the gangs. 22,000. 22,000 from the gangs once. Twice. 22,500 ceasefire. 23,000 Vikings. 23,500 ceasefire. 24,000 from the gangs. 24,500 ceasefire back again. They're not leaving him. 25,000 from the gangs. 25,000. 25,500 from Vikings. 25,500 from Vikings. 25,500 from Vikings. Anyone opening the doors? 25,500 from Vikings. For once. 26,000 from the gangs. 26,500 from ceasefire. 27,000 from the gangs. 27,000 from Vikings. 27,000 for the face of Kakinada. 27,000. Vinay Verma. 27,500. 27,500. 28,000. The Vikings is back. 28,000. 28,500 from the gangs. 28,000. 28,500 from the gangs. 28,500. For once. Twice. 29,000 from ceasefire. 29,000 from ceasefire. For once. Twice. 29,500 from Hell's Kitchen. 29,500 from the Hell's Kitchen. 30,000. Ooh. 30,000 from ceasefire. 30,000. 30,000 for team ceasefire. 30,500 for Hell's Kitchen. 30,500. Once. Twice. 31,000 ceasefire. 31,500 gangs. 31,500 for once. Twice. 32,000 Hell's Kitchen. 32,000 from Hell's Kitchen. Sticking with them for now. 32,500 for once. Twice. 33,000 from ceasefire. 33,500 from the gangs. 33,500. 33,500. 33,500 from Metro, Amisand, from the team Gangs of Godavari. For once, from Hell's Kitchen now, 34,000. Is it back to 3,700 again? No. 34,500 from Hell's Kitchen. For once, 35,000. Gangs, 35,000. 35,000. For once, 35,500 Hell's Kitchen. Anyone up? 35,500. 35,500. Sticking to them. 36,000 from ceasefire. 36,000 from ceasefire. 36,000. On the count of 1, 2, 36,500 Hell's Kitchen. 36,500 Hell's Kitchen. Once, twice, 36,500, 37,000 ceasefire. 37,000 ceasefire. Once, twice. Can I call it the end? Sold. 37,000 for the big man Vinay Verma to the team ceasefire. for the face of Kakinada. I can't bid for myself. Can we all take a break for 10 minutes? Okay, I would ask the, can you just display the purse value? And let's all have a break for just 10 minutes, 5 minutes.
Hello. Hell's Kitchen, ready? 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 Let's try. Oh, fine. No, let's. Okay, fine. Yeah. 2 minutes. Yeah. $5,000, right? Rahul, on Rala. Okay, everyone's ready? Yeah. Rahul, Anna? Ready? Yeah. So the next player, Vamsi Fanindra, the most experienced Kakinada player. Yeah. So let's let's start the bids. Yeah. Gangs of Godavari, 3,000. Anyone? 3,000 for Gangs of Godavari. Vikings, 3,500. Ceasefire, 4,000. 4,000 ceasefire, come on. Yeah. Gangs of Godavari, 4,500. Team ceasefire, 5,000. 5,500 for Gangs of Godavari. 6,500 for ceasefire. 7,000 for Gangs of Godavari. 8,000 for ceasefire. 8,500 for Godavari. 9,000 ceasefire. 9,000 for ceasefire as of now. Anyone? 9,000 for ceasefire. 9,500 for Gangs of Godavari. 10,000 ceasefire. 10,000 for ceasefire as of now. Wafa already won the first league in Kakinada already. So 10,000 for ceasefire as of now. So anyone interested? 10,500 for Gangs of Godavari. 11,000 for team ceasefire. 11,000 for team ceasefire. I'm calling one for Gangs of Godavari, 12,000. 12,500 team ceasefire. 12,500 for ceasefire. Should I call one? Oh, yeah. 13,000 for Gangs of Godavari. When I Gangs of Godavari was on 13,000. 13,500. 13,500 Gangs of Godavari. 14,000 team ceasefire. 14,500 Gangs of Godavari. 15,000 team ceasefire. 15,500 Gangs of Godavari. 16,000 team ceasefire. 17,000. Gangs of Godavari. Teams is where? 17,000 as of now. Gangs of Godavari. 17,000. Can I see Metro in action? 17,500. Metros United. 17,500 Metros United. Calling once. Anyone? Calling twice. Okay. Sorry. 18,000 for Gangs of Godavari. Vikings. 18,500. Hell's Kitchen. 18,500 for Vikings. 18,500 for Gangs of 18,500 for Hell's Kitchen. Gangs of Godavari 19,000. 19,500 for Vikings. 19,000 for Vikings. Anyone? 19,500 for Metro United. 19,500 for 20,000 for Gangs of Godavari. 20,500 Vikings. I think they saw 20,000. 21,000 for Gangs of Godavari. 21,000. 21,500 Vikings. 21,500 for Vikings. 22 for Gangs of Godavari. 22. Come on. 22,500 Vikings. 23,000 for Gangs of Godavari. 23,000. 23,000 for Gangs of Godavari. Yeah. 23,500 for Vikings. 24,000 for Gangs of Godavari. 24,500 for Metro United. 25,000 Gangs of Godavari. 25. 25% of your auction amount. Come on. Anyone? Gangs of Godavari is on 25,000. Should I call once? 25,500 for Vikings. 26,000 ceasefire. 27,000 Gangs of Godavari. Wafa is so happy, eh? 27,000 as of now, Gangs of Godavari. 27,500 Vikings. 27,500 Vikings. Anyone? Should I call it once? Okay, Hell's Kitchen 28,500 Gangs of Godavari. 28,500 Gangs of Godavari. Anyone? Should I call once? Yeah, Gangs of Godavari 28,500. Anyone? Bobby's Picklers. Hell's Kitchen 29,000. 29,500 Gangs of Godavari. Big buys, huh? 30,500 for Gangs of Godavari as of now. Should we call once? Anyone interested? Anyone? Okay, I'm calling it once for 32,000 for Viking. Sorry, Hell's Kitchen. 31,000. Hell's Kitchen. 31 Hell's Kitchen. I see no more hands. Should I call it once? Twice? Done. 31,000. Sorry. Metro United 31,500. 32,000 Gangs of Godavari. Sorry. 32,000 Gangs of Godavari. 32,000 Gangs of Godavari. So much pressure on me, bro. 32,500 Hell's Kitchen. Metro United. 32,500 for Hell's Kitchen. 32,500. Anyone? The biggest buy now, till now. Oof. Huh? 37, okay. 32,500 Hell's Kitchen. Come on, should I call it once? Twice? Gangs of Metro United. 33,000 Metro United. 33,000 Metro United. Once? KB Garu. Okay, 33,500 Hell's Kitchen. 33,500 Hell's Kitchen. Metro United. KB Garu. Anyone? Vikings Vishal. So 33,500 stands with Hell's Kitchen. Any more? 34 ceasefire. 34,000 ceasefire. And this captain is playing the auctions now, huh? Vinay. 34 ceasefire. 34. Come on. He's a team player. Come on. Yes, few notes here. It says he creates space for the teammate. 34,500 for Metro United. 34,500. Hell's Kitchen, 35, ceasefire. They already have Vinay at 37, 35 of Wafa, come on. So 35 stands with ceasefire. I'm calling it once. KP Garu, 35,500, Gangs of Godavari. 35,500, Gangs of Godavari. Should I call it once? Gangs of Godavari, 35,500, I'm calling it once. 36,000 for Metro United. So can we see Vasisht and Wafa as a pair? 36,000 for Metro United. So I'm calling it once, twice. Hell's Kitchen, 36,500. Hell's Kitchen is at 36,500. Nandu and Wafa as a pair, come on. 36,500 as of now, Hell's Kitchen. Metro United, are you in? Or should we call? Or you want to break? You want to discuss with someone? Time out, huh? 30 seconds, sir. 30 seconds, come on. So the main man, Wafa, is going to the team bonus. Maybe asking for another 3,000 more. Want to be the highest bidder? Should he? Do you think he'll beat Vinay? 37,000 is his cap. Come on. Last 10 seconds for Metro United. So 37,000 Metro United, the highest bid as of now. Anyone needs timeout, or should I call one for 37,000? Okay. So it's going to be Wafa Vasisht or Nandu and Wafa as a pair. Yeah. So Hell's Kitchen needs time, okay? You have 15 seconds. Okay, 30 seconds. Okay, Hell's Kitchen, are you in? Yeah. Last 5 seconds, huh? 37,500, Hell's Kitchen. 37,500 for Hell's Kitchen. Vinay and Nandu as a pair. Sorry, Wafa and Nandu. You guys won yesterday, runners. Nandu. So Metro United, Gangs of Godavari, timeout. Oh boy. So should we take 5 minutes break for everyone? Or yeah. Already almost 2 lakhs points are already done, huh? It's last 4 lakh points. Okay. Last 10 seconds for everyone, huh? I hope everyone discussed. There's no timeouts from now on. So 37,500 Hell's Kitchen is on the highest bid for now. Ceasefire, Vikings, Gangs of Godavari, Metro United, Hell's Kitchen, Pickle, Bobby's Pickle. 38,000 Gangs of Godavari. The highest bid player, come on. 38,000. Gangs of Godavari. Should I call it Gangs of Godavari? One. Calling it once. Metro United. 38,500 Metro United. Interesting picks there. Everyone wants Wafa. Surprising. 38,500 Metro United. Okay. I'm calling it once. Okay, 5 seconds. 5 seconds for Hell's Kitchen. Okay. Hell's Kitchen is, sorry, Metro United 38,500. I'm calling it once. Okay. Okay, I'm doing it. Metro United calling it once at 38,500. Once, twice, and done. 38,500 Metro United. Wow, it's going to be Wafa and Vasist. I am interested now. Mallikarjun garu. 1 year of playing, less than 1 year of playing experience. Surprising, come on. So Mallikarjun Rao garu at 3,000. Let's start the bids. Bobby Spiegels for 3,000. Bobby Spiegels at 3,000. So let's keep running because time is running out. We have more than 40 players. Come on. Ceasefire at 3,500. Ceasefire at 3,500. Ceasefire at 3,500. Bobby Pickles. 4,000 Bobby Pickles. 4,500 ceasefire. 4,500 ceasefire. Okay. Yeah. 5,000 for Bobby Spickles. 5,000 Bobby Spickler. 5,500 ceasefire. KP Garu 6,000. Gangs of Godavari 6,000. Let's call it GOG. Ceasefire 6,500. Bobby Spickler 7. Gangs of Godavari 7,500. Ceasefire 8,000. We have 3 bidders. 8,500 for GOG. 8,000 for GOG. Ceasefire 8,500. Bobby Pickles 9,000. 9,500 GOG. Ceasefire 9,000. 9,500 GOG. 9,500 Gangs of Godavari. Should we call it once? Gangs of Godavari 9,500. Calling it twice. 10,000 ceasefire. 10,000 ceasefire. Calling it once. 10,000 Mallikarjun Rao garu at ceasefire. Vikings 10,500. 11,000 ceasefire. 11,500 gang Bobby Spicklers. 12,000 Vikings. Now Vikings are waiting and coming in now. 12,000 for Vikings. Ceasefire 12,500. 12,500 ceasefire. 13,000 for Bobby Spicklers. 14,000 ceasefires. 14,000. Prashant Verma, please be on your table. 14,000 ceasefire. Sorry, gangs of ceasefire. 14,000 ceasefire. Should we call it once? 14,500 Vikings. 14,500 Vikings. 15,000 ceasefire. 15,500 Vikings. 16,000 ceasefire. 16,500 Vikings. 17,000 Gangs of Godavari. 17,500 ceasefire. 18,000 GOG Vikings. 18,500. 19,000 ceasefire. 19,500 Gangs of Godavari. Vikings 20,000. Vikings at 20,000. Ceasefire 2,500. 2,500 for ceasefire. Vikings 21,000. Vikings 21,000. 21,000 Vikings. Ceasefire 21,500. 21,500 for ceasefire. 21 ceasefire Vikings. 22,000 Vikings. Should I call it once? 22,000 Vikings. 22,500 ceasefire. 23,000 Vikings. 23,500 ceasefire. 24,000 Gangs of Godavari. 24,500 Vikings. 24,500 Vikings. Calling it once. 24,500 Vikings. Calling it twice. 35,000. 25,000 ceasefire. 25 ceasefire. 25,500 Vikings. 26,000 KP. GOG. 26,000 Gangs of Godavari. Should I call it once? 26,500 Vikings. 26,500 Vikings. 26,500. Calling it once. Calling it twice. 26,500. 26,500 Vikings. Sold. Mallikarjun garu 26,500 Vikings. So the next player. Varun Thota. The tennis player. He started playing more than 1 year long, but yeah. 3,000. Let's start the biddings. Anyone interested? I should have been 3,000 for Gangs of Godavari. GOG 3,000. Should I call it once? Varun 3,000. 3,500 ceasefire. 4,000 Gangs of Godavari. GOG 4,000. 4,000 Varun. It's a cool picture. Varun 4,000 at GOG. Prashant 4,500 for Varun. 5,000 KP garu. 6,000 ceasefire. 6,000 at ceasefire. The player who plays under pressure, huh? 6,500 for KP. 6,500 for Gangs of Godavari. 7,000 Metro United. 7,500 GOG. 7,500 for Varun at GOG. 8,000 ceasefire. 8,000 ceasefire. Should I call it once? 8,000 Varun to ceasefire. 8,500. 9,000 Vikings. 9,000 Vikings. Calling it once. 9,500 Bobby Spicklers. 9,500 Bobby Spicklers. Gangs of Godavari. 9,000. 10,000. 10,000 GOG. GOG. 10,500 ceasefire. Varun. Strong soft gear with the kitchen line. That's what his tagline is. 10,500 ceasefire. 11,000 Gangs of Godavari. 11,000 for Gangs of Godavari. Varun, who do you want to go? Ceasefire 11,500. 12,000 GOG. 12,000 Gangs of Godavari. Prashant, any interest? 12,000. Any 12,000. I'm calling it once for Varun. Ceasefire 12,500 Vikings. 13,000 ceasefire. 13,500 KP Garu. GOG. 13,500 Bobby Spicklers. 14,000 ceasefire. 14,000 ceasefire. Calling it once. 14,500 GOG. 15,000 Vikings. 15,000 Vikings. Calling it once. 16,000 ceasefire. 16,000 ceasefire. Anyone? Should I call it once? 16,000 ceasefire. Calling it once. Calling it twice. Ceasefire. 16,000 Varun. 16,000. I need to 16,500 Bobby Spicklers. 16,500 Bobby Spickler. 17,000 ceasefire. 17,000. 17,000 ceasefire. Going it once. Twice. Else Kitchen. 17,500 Bobby Spicklers. 18,000. 18,500 ceasefire. 18,500 ceasefire. Calling it once. Calling it twice. 19,000 Else Kitchen. 19,000 Else Kitchen. Calling it once. Calling it twice. 19,500 ceasefire. 20,000 Bobby Spicklers. Badri's dad is buying all Badri's friends. Huh? 20,000. 20,000 Bobby Spicklers. 20,000 Bobby Spicklers. Calling it once. 20,500 ceasefire. 2,500 ceasefire. Calling it once for Warren. 21,000 KP Garu. GOG. 21,000 GOG. Calling it once. Calling it twice. 21,500 ceasefire. 21,000 ceasefire. Calling it once. Bobby uncle. 22,000. 22,000 for Bobby Spicklers. Calling it once. Calling it twice. 22,500 for ceasefire. 22,500 ceasefire. Calling it once. Calling it twice. 23,000 Bobby Spicklers. 23,000 at Bobby Spicklers. Calling it once. Calling it twice. 23,000 at sold to Bobby Spicklers. So they have Varun, Vasant, Badri. Oof. Fire combos, huh? So the next player, Rishit Kotgiri, is an advanced player. He played in Vizag and is a very good player. Huh? Consistency, already wins the leagues, keeps the ball in play. Let's start his bids for 3,000. 3,000 for Rishit. Anyone? Should he go it unsold? 3,000 for Metro United. Rishit Kotgiri. 3,500 for GOG. 3,500, 4,000 Metro United. 4,500 for Gangs of Godavari. 5,000 Metro United. 5,500 Gangs of Godavari. 6,000, 7,000 for GOG. 8,000 Prashant. 8,500 for GOG. 8,000 for GOG. So Shrek, he has very less errors in his game. He chase wins. He's a very good singles player. 8,500 is for GOG. Should I call it once? 8,500 GOG. Calling it twice. Calling it. Okay, ceasefire. 9,000 Vikings. 9,500. Hell's Kitchen. 9,500 with Vikings. 10,000 for KP Garu. GOG. 10,000 at KP Garu. 10,000 at GOG. 10,500 ceasefire. 11,000 Gangs of Godavari. 11,000. He saw his game. 11,500. Team Ceasefire. Vinay is interested. The captain. 11,500 for Gangs of Godavari. 12,000 Ceasefire. 12,500 KP Girl. Gangs of Godavari. 12,500. 13,000 Ceasefire. 14,000 Gangs of Godavari. 14,500 Ceasefire. 15,500 Ceasefire. 16,000. 17,000 Gangs of Godavari. 18,000 Ceasefire. 19,000 Gangs of Godavari. 19,500 for Ceasefire. 20,000, 2,500. No. Okay, 20,000 at Metro United. 20,500 Gangs of Godavari. 2,500. 21,000 Team Ceasefire. 21,500 KP Garu. Gangs of Godavari. 21,500 for GOG. Calling it once. Calling it twice. 22,000. Vinay, Ceasefire. 22,000. Gangs of Ceasefire 22,000. 22,000 Ceasefire. Calling it once. Calling it twice. 22,500 for Hell's Kitchen. 22,500 Hell's Kitchen. Calling it once. Calling it twice. 23,000 Ceasefire. Captain is handling the auction there. 23,000 Ceasefire. 23,000. Calling it once. Calling it twice for Ceasefire. 24,000 Hell's Kitchen. 24,000 Hell's Kitchen. 24,500 Ceasefire. 24,500 Ceasefire. Come on. 24,500 for Ceasefire. 25,000 Gangs of Godavari. 25,000 Gangs of Godavari. 25,000 Gangs of Godavari. Calling it once. Calling it twice. 25,500 Ceasefire. 25,500 Ceasefire. Calling it once. Calling it twice. Hell's Kitchen. 26,000. 26,000 at Hell's Kitchen. That's already 9. Come on guys. 26,000 Hell's Kitchen. Calling it once. Calling it twice. 26,000 at Hell's Kitchen. So 26,500 Team Ceasefire. Team Ceasefire at 26,500. Okay, I'm calling it once for Team Ceasefire. 26,500. Calling it twice for Team Ceasefire. 27,000 Hell's Kitchen. 27,000 at Hell's Kitchen. 27,000 Hell's Kitchen. Calling it once. Calling it twice. 27,500 Ceasefire. Let's not waste time. Ceasefire. 27,500 Ceasefire. 27,500 Ceasefire. Calling it once. Calling it twice. 28,000. 28,000 at Hell's Kitchen. 28,000 calling it once. Calling it 28,500 Ceasefire. 28,500 at Vinay. Ceasefire. Hell's Kitchen. Calling it once. 29,000 for Hell's Kitchen. 29,000 for Hell's Kitchen. Calling it once. 29,500 Ceasefire. 29,500. Anyone interested other than these two teams? 30,000 for Ceasefire. Sorry, Hell's Kitchen. 30,000 Hell's Kitchen. 30,000. Calling it once for Hell's Kitchen. Calling it twice. 30,500 Gangs of Godavari. New team is interested now. 30,500 GOG. They already got Badri Garu, I think, as a teammate. 30,500 GOG. Calling it once. Calling it twice. 31,000. Nandu's Hell's Kitchen. 31,000 Hell's Kitchen. Calling it 31,000 for Hell's Kitchen. 1, 2, and 31,000 Hell's Kitchen sold. Very good by Hell's Kitchen. Rishit Kotagiri for 31,000 for Hell's Kitchen. Okay, let's go to the next player. Very interesting. Shishir Narayanam, one of the team owners for Hell's Kitchen. He's not here. He's a tall. Yeah. After this, you want to see the purse now or not? After this. Yeah, Shishir Narayanam. Anyone's interested? He's tall bloke. He's a very good investment. Metros United 3,500. Sorry, 3,000 for Metro United. He started the bid. 3,000 for Metro United. He delivers values across the matches if he's on time. 30,000 for Metro United. Calling it at once. Calling twice for Shishir. 3,000. 3,500 from his core team owner. 4,000 Metro United. 4,000 for Metro United. He stands for. Any other team interested? 4,000 for Metro United. Calling it once. Calling it twice. 4-5 for Hell's Kitchen. 5,000 Metro United. 5,000 Metro United. 5,000 for Metro United. See, I think it's a very good investment for all the teammates, team players and team owners. 5,000 for Shishir. Metro is United. Calling it once. Calling it twice. 5,500 for Hell's Kitchen. 6,000 for Ceasefire. 6,000 Ceasefire is interested. 7,000 Metro United. Huh? Okay, he said 6,500. 7,000 Metro United. 7,500 Ceasefire. Let's be fast, okay, everyone, because it's already 9 o'clock and we have so many players. 7,500 for Ceasefire. Calling it once. Ceasefire 7,500. Calling it twice. And Hell's Kitchen 8,000. 8,000 Hell's Kitchen 8,500. Ceasefire. 8,500 Ceasefire. 9,000 Metro United. Sorry. Hell's Kitchen 9,500 Ceasefire. 10,000 Hell's Kitchen. 10,500 Ceasefire. 10,500 at Ceasefire. 11,000 Hell's Kitchen. 11,500 Ceasefire. Nandu 12,000. 13,000. 13,000. 14,000. 14,500. Hell's Kitchen. 15,000 by Hell's Kitchen. Ceasefire. I know. 15,000 Hell's Kitchen. Should I call it once? Should I call it twice? Anyone? 15,500 Ceasefire. Come on, Vinay. 15. 2 6-feet players already in Ceasefire. Huh? 15,500 team Ceasefire. Calling it at once. Calling twice. 16,000 Hell's Kitchen. Are you bidding because he's your co-owner or as a good player? Huh? 16,000 Hell's Kitchen. 16,000 Hell's Kitchen. 16,500 Ceasefire. 16,500 Ceasefire. Hell's Kitchen. Anyone interested? 16,500. 16,500 Ceasefire. Calling it once. Ceasefire. 16,500. Calling it twice. Ceasefire. 17,000 Hell's Kitchen. 17,000 Hell's Kitchen. 17,000. Anyone interested? There's a good smasher. He's almost number 2 of Vinay of Kakinada. 17,000 for Shishir. 17,000 for, as of now, Hell's Kitchen. I'm calling it once. 17,500 for Ceasefire. 17,500 for Ceasefire. 17,500 for Ceasefire. 18,000 Hell's Kitchen. Calling it once. Calling it twice. 18,500. Anyone interested? 18,000 Hell's Kitchen. 19,000 Hell's Kitchen. Sorry, Ceasefire. 19,000. 19,000 Ceasefire. Is a co-owner Nandu. Come on. 19,500. 19,500. Co-owner Nandu. Hell's Kitchen. Calling it at once. Calling it twice. 19,500. Team Hell's Kitchen. Shishir Narayanam. The both the owners are playing for Hell's Kitchen. Same price. 19,500 for Hell's Kitchen. Goodbye. Come on. Can you show the purse? So let's see the wallets of everyone. Here we're going. So Gangs of Godavari has 73,000. Is it? No. So Metro United, no, how much is it? 38,000, that's it. Metro United has 38,000. Team Ceasefire 63,000. Hell's Kitchen 30,000. Bobby's Picklers 27,000. They only bought 3 players, huh? Just for you know. Vikings 55,000, just 2 players. So yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting auction from now on. Let's go. Everyone's fine. All the numbers are correct. No objections, nothing, right? Let's start the auction. Pawan. Pawan is one of the co-owner of Strive Academy in Kakinada. So let's start the bids for him. Pawan at 3,000. 3,000 for Metro United. He steps in with the confidence. 3,000 for Metro United. I'm calling it once, calling it twice. Hell's Kitchen 3,500. Hell's Kitchen 4,000 Metro United. 4,000 Metro United. Calling it at once. Vikings at 4,500. 5,000 Metro United. 5,000 Metro United. He's a good player at the net and at the back as well. So 5,000. 5,500 Vikings. 6,000 Metros United. 6,000 Metros United. See, they don't have so much budget, huh? So everyone. So Bobby Spickler's Badri is taking over. 6,500 Bobby Spickler. Can we consider Badri as the captain, huh? 6,500 for Bobby Spicklers. Hell's Kitchen 7,000. KP Gar 7,500. Metro United 8,000. Bobby Spicklers 8,500. Bobby Spicklers 8,500. Any more? Hell's Kitchen. I'm calling Metros United 8,500. Vikings 9,000. Vikings at 9,000. 9,500. Badri 10,000 Metro United. 10,500 for Vikings. 11,000 Badri. Bobby Spicklers. 11,000 for Bobby Spicklers. I'm calling it once. 11,500. Team Ceasefire. 12,000 for Bobby Spicklers. 12,500 for Ceasefire. 12,500 Ceasefire. 12,500 Ceasefire. I'm calling it at once. KP Garu 13,000. Vikings 13,500. Vikings at 13,500. Calling it at once. Calling twice. 13,500. Ceasefire 14,000. KP Garu 14,500. 14,500 for KP Garu. Gangs of Godavari 14,500 for Gangs of Godavari. Calling it at once. Ceasefire 14,000. Sorry, 15,000 for Ceasefire. Calling it at once. Twice 15,000 Gangs of Godavari. 15,000 Gangs of Godavari. Calling it at once. 16,000 Ceasefire. 16,000 Ceasefire. Calling it once. 16,500 Gangs of Godavari. Gangs of Godavari 16,500. Calling it once. 17,000 Ceasefire. 17,000 Ceasefire. Calling it once. 17,500 for Gangs of Godavari. 18,000 Ceasefire. 18,000 is, they're picking the second player. 18,500 for KP Gangs of Godavari. 18,500. It's going to be the third player. Come on. Ceasefire for 19,000. 19,500 for Gangs of Godavari. 19,500 Ceasefire. It's the second player, right? Your team second player. 19,500 Gangs of Godavari. Gangs of Godavari calling it at once. 20,000 Team Ceasefire. 20,000 Ceasefire calling it once. 25 for Gangs of Godavari. 21 Ceasefire. 21 Ceasefire. Now should I call it once? Calling it twice. 22,000 Gangs of Godavari. 22,000 at Gangs of Godavari. 22,500 Ceasefire. 23,000 for Gangs of Godavari. 23,000 Gangs of Godavari. 23,000 Gangs of Godavari calling it once, twice, no timeouts. 23,500 Ceasefire. You got timeout anyways. 23,500 Ceasefire. Bobby Spickler 24,000 Ceasefire. Sir, Gangs of Godavari 24,000. 24,000 Gangs of Godavari. I'm calling it once. GOG 24,500 for Ceasefire. 24,500 Ceasefire. 25,000 GOG. 25,000 GOG. Calling it at once, twice, and sold. 25,000 Gangs of Godavari. Big buys from Gangs of Godavari. It's the third player or fourth player? Second player? Okay. 25,000. The next player, Kuretapati Vincent, a player from Vizag. Less than 1 year of playing experience, but he has played more than 3 tournaments, I think. Minimum 3 tournaments. Let's start the bid for 3,000. Vincent. Bobby Spickler 3,500. Prashant 4,000. 4,500. Varun Bobby Spickler 5,000. Metros United 5,000 from Bobby Spickler. 5,500 from Metros United. 6,000 Bobby Spickler. 6,500. 7,000. 7,500 for Metros United. 7,500 for Bobby Spicklers. 7,500 Bobby Spicklers. Calling it at once. 8,000 Metros United. I don't see Vikings is interested for him. Are you not? 8,500 for Metros United. Bobby Spicklers 9,000. 9,000 is Bobby Spicklers. 10,000 for Vikings. Sorry, 10,000 for Metros United. 10,500 Bobby Spicklers. 10,500 Bobby Spickler as it stands. Ceasefire 11,000. Bobby Spicklers 12,000. 13,000 Ceasefire. 14,000 Bobby Spicklers. 15,000 Ceasefire. 16,000 Bobby Spicklers. 17 Ceasefire. 18 Bobby Spicklers. 19 Ceasefire. Bobby Spicklers 20,000. 20,000 Varun. Bobby. Can you just check the process? Wafa. Al purse. So 20,000 for Vincent. As of now, it's with Bobby Spickler. Anyone interested? I'm calling it once. 20,500 Team Ceasefire. 20,500 ceasefire. We're calling it once, calling it twice. 21,000 Vikings. Now the Vizag team is interested. 21,000 for Vikings. 21,000. 22,000 for ceasefire. 22,500 for Bobby Spicklers. 22,500 Bobby Spicklers. I'm calling it once. 23,000. 23,500. 24. 24,500. Ceasefire. 25. 24,500. Huh? 27. 24. 25,000 ceasefire. 26,000 Vikings. 26,000 Vikings. You want to go full on? Bobby Spicklers 27,000. 26,000. 26,000 at Vikings. Anyone interested? Calling it once. 26,500 with ceasefire. 27,000 Vikings. 28,000 Vikings. 29,000 ceasefire. 30,000 Vikings. 30,500 ceasefire. 31,000 Vikings. 32,000 ceasefire. 32,500 Vikings. 33,000 ceasefire. 33,500 Vikings. 34 ceasefire. 35 Vikings. Ceasefire. 35,000. It stands at 35,000 for Vikings. Calling it once. Calling it twice. 36,000 ceasefire. 35. 37. 35,500 ceasefire. Yeah. 35,500 ceasefire. Calling it once. Bobby Spicklers. Vikings 36,000. 36,000 at Vikings. Calling it once. 36,000 Vikings at Vincent. Calling it twice. And sold. Vincent at Vikings. So the next player. So that's the third player. Huh? 36,000. 36,000 for Vikings. 36,000. 36. 35,500. 36. So next player. Varun. Varun, let's take a break after all the 12 players, 15 players. Huh? The next player, let's go on. It's already 9:15. Vincent is the last one on the captain's pool. 36,000. 36, yeah. 36,000 Vincent for Vikings. Should we take a break of 10 minutes? Let's take a 2 minutes break. All the captains are done. Captains will go to their teams and discuss if they require. And it's going to be 2 minutes break. From then on, there'll be a very less breaks. Huh?
I request everyone, like, you can go have your dinner, play. I mean, like, quick snack break. So I mean, I'll anyways go forward in a couple of minutes. So yeah. Okay. So I request one per team to stay here for this auction, and I think others can go have their dinner as well. So we can go ahead for the common pool now. పూర్తి ఒక్కొక్క 1 సెకండ్ ఒక 30 seconds అలా చూపించండి. సోల్డ్ అవుట్ చూపించండి. ఓన్లీ సోల్డ్ అవుట్. సోల్డ్ అవుట్ చూపించండి. So just for an overview, here are the players who've been sold out for now. You can just have a quick look so that we can go ahead forward for the common pool. To the bottom right corner, you can see the points remaining, the points remaining for every team. Vikas with a base price of 1000. Vikas 1000. Anyone interested with the base price? 1000. Here is Team Ceasefire with 1000. 1500. The Gangs of Godavari. 1500 Gangs of Godavari. 1500 Gangs of Godavari. Once. 2000 from Ceasefire. 2000. 2000 Ceasefire. 2000 Ceasefire once. Twice. 2500. 2500 Gangs. 2500 Gangs. 2500 once. Twice. 3000 from Ceasefire. 3000. 3000. 3500 Gangs. 3500 the Gangs of Godavari. 4000. 4000 Ceasefire. 4000. 4000 for Vikas, the budding player. 4000. 4000 for once. Twice. Sold. For Team Ceasefire, 4000. Vikas Somaraju. Akron. The next player in the lot is Mr. Nikhil N. with a base price of 1000. Having an experience of 6 months to a year. Any bids opening for Nikhil? Is there any bid for Nikhil for a base price of 1000? Here comes Hell's Kitchen for 1000 for Nikhil N. Hell's Kitchen once, twice. 1500 from the Gangs. 1500 the Gangs of Godavari. 1500 once, twice. 2000 Ceasefire. 2500 Hell's Kitchen. 2500 Hell's Kitchen. 3000 Ceasefire. 3000 Ceasefire once, twice. 3500 from the Hell's Kitchen. 3500 Hell's Kitchen. I request everyone to make it really fast so that I can finish it off. 4000 from the Team Ceasefire. 4000 for Team Ceasefire. Nikhil N. Once, twice. 4500 Hell's Kitchen. 4500 Hell's Kitchen once, going twice. 5000 from Ceasefire. 5000. 5000 for once, twice. Sold. 5000 Nikhil N to the Team Ceasefire. The next player in the lot is number 57. Woo! The captain himself, Mr. Gautam, the captain, with a base price of 1000. Gautam, 1000. Here opens Bobby Spicklers with a base price of 1000. That's a very strategic move. 1000 from Bobby Spicklers. Once, twice. 1500 from the Gangs. 1500 from the Gangs. Gangs. 1500 from the Gangs of Godavari. The captain of Metro bid from the captain of the Gangs. Oh, sorry, the owner of Metro, sorry. 1500 from the Gangs. Once, twice. 2000. Team Ceasefire. The friends are back. 2000. Team Ceasefire. Once, twice. Sold. 2000. Rahul Anna to Bobby's. Sorry. Nice. Good catch, good catch. Well played. The next player, player number 11, Rama, with a base price of 1000. Anyone up? Anyone opening the bid for 1000? Rama, just 1000 points. Bobby Spicklers are here with a price of 1000. 1000 for once. 1500 the Metro. 2000 Hell's Kitchen. 2500 Bobby's Picklers. 2005 3000 Vikings. 3500 Metro. 3500 Metro United. 4000 Bobby's Picklers. 4000 Bobby's Picklers. 4500 Metro. 5000 Bobby's Picklers. 5000 Bobby's Picklers. 5000 5500 6000 Bobby's Picklers. 6500 Metro. Remember, he is an advanced player. 6500 Bobby's Picklers. 6500 7000 Metro United. 7500 Bobby's Picklers. 7500 from Bobby's Picklers for once, twice. 8000 from Ceasefire. 8500 Metro United. 9000 Bobby's Picklers. 9500 Ceasefire. 10,000 from the gangs. 10,000. They're just flooding the team. 10,000 for once, twice. 10,500 Ceasefire. 11,000 from the gangs. 11,000 from GOG. 11,000 for once, twice. 11,500 from Team Ceasefire. 11,500 from Ceasefire. 11,500 for once, twice. 12,000. 12,500 Ceasefire. 13,000 from the gangs. 13,000 from the gangs. 13,000. Any bid opening up? Sticking to the GOG for once, twice. Sold. Rama, 13,000 to the gangs of Godavari. 13,000. The next player in the lot, Mr. Kiran. Mr. Kiran, with a base price of 1,000. Bobby's Picklers are here opening up the bid. 1,000, 1,500 for Metro. 1,500, 2,000. 2,000 for Metro. 2,000 for Metro for once. 2,000 twice. 2,000. अरे Bobby's Picklers है. 2,000 for Bobby's Picklers. Second time. The final call is here. Sold. Kiran for 2,000 into the team Bobby's Picklers. 2,000. Next one, player number 39, Surya. Anyone opening the bids for a base price of 1,000? Team Metro is here for 1,000. Team Metro for 1,000. 1,500 Ceasefire. 1,500 Ceasefire. 1,500 for once. 2,000 for Metro United. 2,500 for Bobby's. 3,000 from the gangs. 3,000. 3,500 Metro. 4,000 Bobby's Picklers. 4,500 Team Ceasefire. 4,500. 5,000 from the Metro United. 5,500 from Bobby's Picklers. 6,000 Ceasefire. 6,000 Team Ceasefire. 6,000 for Team Ceasefire. Once, twice. 6,500 from the gangs. 6,500 from the gangs. 6,500 from the gangs for once. 7,000 from Bobby's Picklers. 7,500 from the GOG. 7,000 8,000 from Bobby's Picklers. 8,000. 8,000. 8,000 from Bobby's Picklers. 8,500 from the gangs. 8,500 from the gangs. 8,500 from the gangs for once, twice. 9,000 from Ceasefire. 9,000. 9,000. 9,000 from Ceasefire. 9,000 for once, for twice. Sold. 9,000 Team Ceasefire. Surya. That's a good pick. The next player here is number 58, Mr. Narendra. Anyone up? Anyone here opening up the base price for him for 1,000 points? Any bids open up? 1,000 for the team Metro United. 1,000. 1,000 Metro United for once, twice, sold. Mr. Narendra into the team Metro United for 1,000 points. Fast. Number 18, the OG player, Mr. Gautam. Anyone opening the bid? For 1,000 points, Bobby Spicklers 1,500. Metro United 2,000. Bobby Spicklers 2,500 from the gangs. 2,500 from the gangs. 3,000 from the team Bobby Spicklers. 3,000. 3,500 ceasefire. For once, 4,000 Bobby Spicklers. 4,000 Bobby Spicklers once. 4,500. 4,500 from the gangs. Once. Twice. Sold. Sold to KP Garu for the gangs of Godavari. Mr. Gautam for 4,500 points. Next player lining up, Mr. Subhash. Anyone opening the bid? Mr. Subhash. For a base price of 1,000, Bobby Spicklers. For a base price of 1,000, just 1,000. For once, 1,500 from ceasefire. 2,000. 2,000 from the Bobby Spicklers. 2,000 for once. 2,500 from ceasefire. 3,000 from Bobby Spicklers. 3,000 Bobby Spicklers for once. Twice. Sold. 3,000. Subhash for the team Bobby Spicklers. Player number 13, Ravi Kumar Siddhantapu. With a base price of 1,000, Vikings has opened the bid. 1,000, Ravi Kumar for Team Vikings. 1,500 for the gangs. 2,000 Team Ceasefire. 2,000, 2,500 from the gangs. 2,500 from the gangs. For once, twice, sold. Ravi Kumar sold to the gangs of Godavari for a price of 2,500. The next one in the line, player number 12, Girish. Girish, player number 12. For a base price of 1,000 for this pro player. 1,000. Opens up the bid. The Bobby Spicklers for 1,000. For 1,000 points. 1,500 ceasefire. 1,500 ceasefire. 2,000. 2,000 for Metro. 2,000. Calling it for the once. Twice. 2,500 from Bobby Spicklers. 3,000 from the GOG. For once. 3,500 from Metro. 4,000 from Bobby's. 4,500 GOG. 4,000 from GOG. 4,000 from GOG. For once, twice, 4,500 from the Bobby Spicklers. 4,500 for once, 5,000 from the GOG. For once, twice, sold. 5,000. Girish to the team GOG. Okay. Player number 59, Ravi Shankar. With a base price of 1,000. Anyone here opening the bid? For 1,000. Ravi Kumar. Base price of 1,000. Ravi Shankar. I'm here for another 10 seconds. And unsold for now. Let's get him back again. Player number 34, Mr. Saruj. Anyone opening the bids? For 34, Saruj. Bobby Spicklers are here with a base price of 1,000. Bobby Spicklers for 1,000 points. 1,500. Metro. 1,500. 1,500. 2,000 ceasefire. 2,500. Metro. 2,500 Metro. 3,000 ceasefire. 3,000 ceasefire for once. Twice. Sold. 3,000 Saruj. That's a very good pick. 3,000. So here's the purse remaining for all the teams. Steel. So the one in orange is the purse remaining for all the teams. So I am going forward now with the next player. The next player is Mr. Anish Reddy with the base price of 1,000 to Metro, 1,500 ceasefire, 2,000 Metro, 2,500 ceasefire, 2,500 ceasefire for once, twice, 3,000 for Metro, 3,500 for the Bobby's Picklers, 3,500, 3,500, 4,000 team ceasefire, 4,000, 4,000 for ceasefire once, twice, 4,500. The friends are not leaving him. The Bobby's Picklers. 4,000, 5,000 for Bobby's Picklers. 5,000 for Bobby's Picklers. 5,000. 5,000 for once, twice. Sold. Anish to the team Bobby's Picklers for 5,000. Player number 5, Anand Kumar, with a base price of 1,000. The Metro opens up the bid with a base price of 1,000 for once, twice, 1,500 ceasefire, 1,500 ceasefire, 2,000, 2,000, 2,500 ceasefire, 2,500 team ceasefire, 2,500 team ceasefire. For once, 3,000, 3,500 ceasefire, 4,000, 4,500 ceasefire, 5,000, 5,500 Hell's Kitchen, 6,000 ceasefire, 6,000, 6,000 ceasefire, 6,000, 6,500 Hell's Kitchen, 6,500 Hell's Kitchen, 6,500. For once, 7,000 ceasefire, 7,000 for team ceasefire. They're not having the dinner, just bidding. 7,000 for team ceasefire. For once, twice, 7,500 Hell's Kitchen, 7,500 Hell's Kitchen. For once, 8,000 ceasefire, 8,000, 8,000, just 8,000. Any other bid? For once, twice, 8,500, 9,000 Metro, 9,000 Metro. For once, twice, 9,500 is for 10,000 Hell's Kitchen, 10,000 Hell's Kitchen. For once, twice, sold. 10,000 Anand Kumar to the team, the Hell's Kitchen. లేపట్లే ఎక్కడ లేపారా ఫోల్డ్ నువ్వే కదా చెప్పలాగా సార్ పెట్టుకోవాలి. The next player is Kakarlapudi Rayaparaju with a base price of 1,000, with the base price of 1000, any bids? Metro United has opened up 1000 points. Anyone else? For once, twice, 1500 ceasefire. 2000 for the team Metro. 2000 for the team Metro. 2000 for once, twice. 2500 for ceasefire. 2500 for ceasefire. For once, twice. Sold. Mr. Kakarlapudi Raiparaju for 2500 points into the team of ceasefire. The next player is number 41, B. Anil. Let's see where this goes. With a base price of 1000, anyone up here? 1000. Vikings comes in after a long time. 1500 Metro. 2000 Gangs of Godavari. 2500 Metro. 3000 Gangs. 3500. 4000 for the gangs, 4000 for the gangs. For once, twice, 4500 ceasefire. For once, 5000 the gangs, 5500 the Vikings are here back. 6000 ceasefire, 6500 GOG, 6500, 6500. The first call, 7000 ceasefire, 7500 gangs, 8000 Metro, 8000 Metro, 8500 ceasefire, 8500 ceasefire. For once, 9000 gangs, 9500 Metro, 9500 Metro, 9500 Metro, 10,000 ceasefire, 10,000 team ceasefire, 10,000, 10,000. For once, 11,000, 10,500 for gangs, 11,000 for ceasefire, 11,500 for Metro. For once, 12,000 for ceasefire, 12,500 for the Metro, just 12,500 for Metro, 13,000 for team ceasefire, 13,000, 13,000, 13,000, sticking to them for once, twice, 13,500 Metro, 14,000 ceasefire, 14,500 Metro, for 15,000 for ceasefire, 15,000 for team ceasefire. For once, twice, 15,500 Metro, 15,500 Metro. For once, twice, 16,000 ceasefire, 16,000 ceasefire. For once, twice, sold. 16,000 to the team of the ceasefire. Player number 50, Surya Krishnam Raju, with a base price of 1000. With a base player, with a base price of 1000, team ceasefire is here for KSK. 1000 ceasefire. 10 with a base price of 1000 into the team of ceasefire for once, twice, 1500 for the gangs, 2000 for Metro, 2500 gangs, 2500 for KSK, once, twice, 2005, 3000 Metro, 3000 Metro, 3500 for the gangs, once, twice, sold to the gangs of Godavari for 3,500 KSK. Mr. M. Siddharth, who's been patiently watching here, with a base price of 1000. With a base price of 1000. Anyone opening the bids? Anyone opening the bids? Anyone with a base price of 1000? Team Metro is here with a base price of 1000. Team Metro, once, twice, 1500, Hell's Kitchen, 1500, Hell's Kitchen, 2000, Team Metro, 2000 for once, twice, 2500, Hell's Kitchen, 2500, Hell's Kitchen, 3000 Metro, 3000, 3000 for once, 3500 Hell's Kitchen, 3500 Hell's Kitchen, 3500 Hell's Kitchen, 4000 up comes Metro, 4000 for once, twice, 4500, 4500, 4500 Hell's Kitchen is here, 5000 Metro is here, 5000, 5000 for once, twice, 5500 for Sidhu, 5500 Hell's Kitchen for once, twice, sold, 5500 Siddharth to the team of Hell's Kitchen with a price of 5500. The next player, Mr. Ravi Verma, with a base price of 1000. Anyone opening the bids? Ravi Verma, 1000 points. Anyone up here? Ceasefire, are you here? No? Ravi Verma, another 10 seconds. With a base price of 1000. Bobby Spicklers are interested. Metro looks anxious. 1000 points for Bobby Spicklers. 1500 Metro. 1500. Once, twice, thrice. Sold. 1500 Ravi Verma to the team Metro United. The next one is Dr. Vinod. With a base price of 1000, Mr. Rahul is here. He's a fun guy to be in any team. For 1000 points, Mr. Vinod with a base price of 1000 to Metro for once, twice, sold. 1000 Vinod to the team Metro. The next player here is Anil with a base price of 1000. Anyone opening the bid? Metro United with a base price of 1000 for once, twice, 1500. Team Bobby Spicklers for once, twice, 2000 for Team Metro. 2000 for Team Metro for once, twice, 2500 for the Team Bobby Spicklers. 2500 for once, twice, sold to the Team Bobby Spicklers. Last player. The next player is Nitin Manavalli with a base price of 1000. Metro opens the bid. Metro opening up the bid for 1000 points. Anyone else? 1500 for Vikings. 1500, 2000 for Metro, 2500 for Ceasefire. 2500, 3000. The Vikings are here. 3000, 3000, 3500 Ceasefire. 3500 Ceasefire. 3500. 4000 Vikings, 4000, the Vikings are here, 4000, 4500, Team Ceasefire, 5000 for the GOG, 5000, GOG with 5000, for once, 5500, 6000 Metro, 6000, 6500 Vikings, 6500, 6500, 7000 Team Ceasefire, 7000, 7000, 7000 for once, 7500 Vikings, 8000 Metro, 8000 Metro, 8500 Team Ceasefire, 8000, 9000 Vikings, 9000, 10,000 Metro, 10,500, 11,000 Vikings, 11,500 from the Metro, 11,500, 12,000 Vikings, 12,500 Ceasefire, 12,000, 13,000 Metro. Maxa. ఒకసారి పర్స్ చూపించరా మళ్ళీ. రిజర్వ్ ప్లేయర్స్ లిస్టా? యా అవును, యా 17 is the maximum. Like you need to buy the remaining players as well, right? So, yeah. I mean, you can spend 17 maximum for him. You got it, right? 13,000 with the team Metro. 13,000 with the team Metro for once. 13,500, 14,000 for gangs. 14,000 for gangs. 14,000 for gangs of Godavari. 14,500 for Vikings. 14,500 for Vikings. 15,000 team ceasefire. 15,500 Vikings. 15,500. 15,500 for Vikings. 16,000 ceasefire. 16,000 team ceasefire for once. 16,000. 16,500 team Metro. 16,500 for once. 17,000 team ceasefire with the purse of 21,500. Sorry, yeah, and 17,500 Metro. 18,000 ceasefire. 18,500. 19,000 ceasefire. 19,500 Metro. 19,500 Metro for once. 20,000. 20,000. Very close. 20,000 for ceasefire. 20,500 for Metro. 20,500 for Metro. 21,000 for ceasefire. 21,000 for team ceasefire. 21,500. The ceasefire cannot bid now. Out now. Metros are standing here for 21,500. Anyone else opening the bid for once, twice, sold to Metro, Mr. Nitin Manavali for 21,000 to the team Metro United. $21,500. Vasist, I'll hand it over to Vasist for a while to carry on the bid.
Okay, now G. Anish, left-hander, moderate intermediate player. Anyone? Let's start the auction at 1,000. Anyone interested? 1,000. Bobby Spicklers, 1,000. It's at 1,000 for Bobby Spickler. Going once, twice, and 1,500 for Team Caesar. Ceasefire. 1,500 for ceasefire. 2,000 Metros United. 2,000 for Metros United. Calling it once. Calling it twice. 2,500 for Bobby Spicklers. 2,500 Metros United. 2,500 Metros United. Ceasefire 3,000. 3,500 Bobby Spicklers. 3,500 for Bobby Spicklers. Calling it once. 4,000 Team Ceasefire. 4,000 Team Ceasefire. Calling it once. 4,500 Bobby Spicklers. 4,500 for Bobby Spicklers. 5,000 Team Ceasefire. 5,000 Ceasefire. 6,000 Bobby Spicklers. 7,000 Ceasefire. 7,000 Ceasefire. Calling it once. 7,500 Bobby Spicklers. 7,500 Bobby Spicklers. 7,500 Bobby Spicklers. Calling once, twice, and sold. 7,500 Bobby Spicklers. Next player. Prithvi Raj Garu. Let's start the bidding. 1,000. Co-owner of K Club. 1,000 for Prithvi Raj Garu. Calling it once. Any Prashant. 1,000 Prithvi Raj Garu. Team. Sorry, Metros United. Metros United 1,000. calling it once, twice, and sold. Prithviraj Garu to Metros United for 1,000. So the next player, 24, Alluri Rajiv Verma, the owner of K Club. Let's start the bidding for 1,000. Rajiv, Vikings at 1,000. Vikings at 1,000. Rajiv Verma, calling it once. Team Ceasefire 1,500. Ceasefire 1,500, calling it at once. Gangs of Godavari 2,000. Ceasefire 2,500. GOG 3. Ceasefire 3,500. 4,000 Gangs of Godavari. 4,500 ceasefire. 5,000 KBGR. 5,500 ceasefire. 6,000 Gangs of Godavari. 6,500 ceasefire. 6,500 ceasefire for Rajiv Verma. Calling it once. 7,000 Gangs of Godavari. Vinay 7,500 ceasefire. 8,000 Gangs of Godavari. 8,500 ceasefire. 9,000. Anyone? Ceasefire. 9,000 Gangs of Godavari. 9,000 Gangs of Godavari. Calling it once. 9,500 ceasefire. 9,500 ceasefire. Calling it once. Calling it twice. 10,000 Gangs of Godavari. 10,500 ceasefire. 10,500 ceasefire. 11,000 should I? 11,000 Gangs of Godavari. 11,500 ceasefire. 11,500 ceasefire. Rajiv Verma. Calling once. 12,000. KPGR. 12,500 ceasefire. 12,500 for ceasefire. Calling it once. Twice. 12,500. 13,000 GOG. 13,000 for Rajiv. 13,000. Calling once. Twice. 13,500 ceasefire. 13,500 ceasefire. Calling once. Twice. 14,000. 15,000 ceasefire. 15,000 ceasefire. Once. Two. 16,000 GOG. 16,000 Gangs of Godavari. Calling it at once, twice, and sold. 16,000 for Gangs of Godavari. Alluri Rajiv Verma. Next player. Tony. The cards. Okay. Tawfiq. Ooh. Beginners, recreational, leisure player it seems. Let's see. Nandu for 1,000. Metro, sorry. Else Kitchen for Tawfiq. Calling once, twice. Varun mit Bobby's 1,500. Bobby's Picklers 1,500. Calling once, calling it twice. Let's say it. Tawfiq sold for Bobby's Picklers for 1,500. The next player. B. Sanjeev. Sanjeev, Bobby's Picklers for 1,000. Anyone, Bobby's Picklers 1,000. Nandu for Else Kitchen, 1,500 for Sanjeev. 1,500 for Sanjeev. Can I see 2,000? Can I see 2,000 for Sanjeev? 1,500 for Sanjeev, Else Kitchen. Calling it at once, twice, and sold. 1,500 Else Kitchen for Sanjeev. 1,500. Okay, and Pawan Verma. Fifth, can I see a bids for 1,000? Can I see a bids for Pawan Verma for 1,000? Calling it once for Pawan Verma, twice, and Vikings. Pawan Verma for Vikings at 1,000. Anyone? Calling it once, twice, sold to Vikings. And Pawan Verma for Vikings. Next player, Vikings, sold. $32, Ravi Teja, PK to Ravi Teja. Can I see the bids for 1,000 for Ravi Teja? Ravi Teja for 1,000. Calling it at once. Metros United 1,000, Else Kitchen 1,500. 2,000 Metros United. 2,000, 2,500 for ceasefire. 2,500 ceasefire. Calling it at once. Twice. Nandu Else Kitchen for 2,500. Sir, 3,000 Else Kitchen. 3,500 Metros United. 3,500 Metros United. Calling once. 3,500, 4,000 Else Kitchen. 4,000 Hell's Kitchen. Anyone interested? Calling once. 4-5 Metros United. 4-5 Metros United. Calling once, twice, and sold. 4-5 Raviteja for Metros United. So the next player. Raviteja Damera, sorry. Let's start the bidding for 1,000. Hell's Kitchen at 1,000. Anyone? Metros United at 1,500. Metros United at 1,500. Nandu's Kitchen, Hell's Kitchen, 2,000. Hell's Kitchen at 2,000. Hell's Kitchen at 2,000. They need 4 more players. Calling it ceasefire. Calling it at once. So 2,500 for ceasefire. 3,000 Hell's Kitchen. 4,000 for ceasefire. 4,500 Hell's Kitchen. Can I see 5,000? 5,000 for ceasefire. 5,000 at ceasefire. 5,500 Hell's Kitchen. 5,500 for Hell's Kitchen. They require 4 more players. Hell's Kitchen for 5,500. 6,000 ceasefire. Ceasefire required 2 more players. 6,500. 7,000 Hell's Kitchen. 7,000 Hell's Kitchen. 7,500 ceasefire. 8,000 Hell's Kitchen. 8,000. 8,000. 8,500 ceasefire. Can I see 9,000? 8,500. 8,500 at ceasefire. Calling it once, twice. 9,000 Hell's Kitchen. 9,000 at Hell's Kitchen. Can I see 9,500? 9,500 ceasefire. Anyone for 10,000? Calling it at once, second, and sold. 9,500 for ceasefire. So Swaroop. Let's start the bidding for 1,000. Swaroop at 1,000. Anyone interested? Calling it at once. Swaroop at 1,000. Anyone? Metros United, Hell's Kitchen. Anyone? Vikings. I'm going unsold for Swaroop. Unsold. Unsold for Swaroop. 40 Pawan. Pawan, anyone interested for 1,000? Pawan, anyone interested for 1,000? Hell's Kitchen, 1,000. Hell's Kitchen at 1,000 for Pawan. 1,500. Do I see any 1,500s? Calling it once, Pawan for 1,000 for Hell's Kitchen. Twice. And 1,500 for Bobby's Kitchen. Bobby's Picklers. Bobby's Picklers at 1,500. Calling it once, twice. 2,000 for Metros United. 2,000 Metros United. 2,000 Metros United. Calling it at once, twice, and sold. 2,000 for Metros United. Ishwar. Ishwar is more than a beginner. Let's start the bidding for 1,000. 1,000 Ishwar. Anyone interested? Calling once, Ishwar for 1,000. Nandu Hell's Kitchen for 1,000 Ishwar. Ishwar at 1,000 at Hell's Kitchen. Calling it once, twice, and sold. 1,000 for Hell's Kitchen. Ishwar sold to Hell's Kitchen. 1,000 sold. Yeah. So just should I give a summary of all the teams or not required? Let's go. Nihal Kurapati. Let's start the bidding for 1,000. Nihal. Anyone interested for Nihal? Calling once, Hell's Kitchen, 1,000. Vikings 1,500. Ceasefire 2,000. 2,000 ceasefire. Ceasefire is at 2,000. Anyone? 2,500 for Vikings. 2,500 is back. Come on, Vikings are back. 2,500 for Nihal. 2,500 for Nihal. Calling it at once. 3,000 ceasefire. 3,000 ceasefire. Vikings interested. 3,000 for Nihal. Currently at ceasefire. Calling once, twice, 3,500 for 4,000 ceasefire. 4,000 ceasefire. 4,000 calling it at once, twice, and sold for ceasefire. 4,000 Nihal at 2 ceasefire. So ceasefire is sold, like the team is full for 10,000. 10 players are done. Ceasefire, you got the 10 players, right? Your 10 players are done. No, the 10 is the max. So let's go. KP, the owner of Gangs of Godavari. Should we start the bids for 1,000? So KP Garu, Gangs of Godavari for KP 1,000. Gangs of Godavari 1,000. Should anyone interested? Calling it once, twice, and sold. KP to Gangs of Godavari. Come on, next boy. Sivagabu. Come on, Sivagabu is a beginner who is interested. Let's start the bidding for him. That's 1,000. Anyone? Sivagabu, calling it once. KP Garu, Sivagaru is there. Calling once, twice, and unsold. Unsold. 38, Balaji. He plays at Strive on pretty much every day. Come on, let's start the bidding at 1,000. Vikings at 1,000. Hell's Kitchen 1,500. 1,500 Hell's Kitchen. Let's start. Gangs of Godavari 2,000. 2,000 GOG. Anyone interested? Calling it once. 2,500 for Metros United. 3,000. 4,000 for 3,500 for Metros United. 3,500 Metros United. Calling it once, twice. Bobby Spicklers at 4,000. 4,500 Metros United. Calling once, 5,000 Bobby Spicklers. 5,500 Metros United. Once, twice, 6,000 Bobby Spicklers. 6,000. 6,000 at Bobby Spicklers. 6,500 from. It's done. Okay, yours 6,000. Bobby Spicklers at 6,000. Ready? Anyone interested? Or sold? Bobby Spicklers. You're done with your 10 players, huh? Bobby Spicklers and ceasefires are done. Just an update. Vikings has 4 players. Metros United has 9. Hell's Kitchen has 7. And Gangs of Godavari 9. Yeah. Let's continue. Gopal. Anyone interested for Gopal? At 1,000 rupees. Sorry, 1,000 points. Gopal. Vikings. Hell's Kitchen 1,500. 2,000 for Vikings. 2 for Hell's Kitchen. 3,000 Vikings. 4,000 Hell's Kitchen. 4,500 Vikings. 5,000 Hell's Kitchen. 5,500 for Vikings. 6,000 Hell's Kitchen. 6,500. 6,500 at Vikings. 6,500 at Vikings. Should I calling it once? 6,500 at Vikings. 7,000. 7,500 for Vikings. 7,500 for Vikings. Calling it once, twice. Fast, huh? Yeah. So the currently bid is with Vikings at 7,500. So Bobby Spicklers are done and dusted. They're going for lunch. Sorry, dinner already. So 8,000 Vikings. 8,500 for 8,500 for Vikings. Vikings. Calling it once, twice, and sold. For Vikings at 8,500. Gopal at Vikings. Karthik Ramicity. Anyone interested for 1,000? Hell's Kitchen. Hell's Kitchen for 1,000. 1,500 Vikings. Calling it at once, twice, 2,000 at Vikings. Sorry, Hell's Kitchen 2,500 for Metros United. 3,000 Vikings. 3,000 at Vikings. Hell's Kitchen 3,500. 4,000 Metro. 4,500 Vikings. 4,500 Vikings. Anyone interested? 4,500, 5,000 Viking, Hell's Kitchen. 5,000 Hell's Kitchen. 5,000 for Hell's Kitchen. 6,000. Metro. 6,000 for Vikings. 6,000 for Vikings. Okay, I'm going in for 6,500 for Hell's Kitchen. 6,500 Hell's Kitchen. 6,500 Hell's Kitchen. 7,000 Vikings. 7,000 Vikings. Calling it at once, twice, 7,500 Hell's Kitchen. 7,500. 7,500 Hell's Kitchen. Vikings are interested. 7,500. 8,000. 8,000 at Vikings. 8,000 at Vikings. Calling it once, 9,000. Sorry, 8,500 for Hell's Kitchen. 8,500 Hell's Kitchen. Calling it at once. They didn't bid. You're at 8,500. 8,500. I mean, they can disqualify also, kada? They want to disqualify maybe. 8,500. 8,500 for Hell's Kitchen. And sold. Wait. Yeah, if you don't have 10 players, the team is disqualified. 8,500 for Hell's Kitchen. Sold. So the next player, Manikanta Grande. Call him Nani. Anyone interested? Nani for 1,000. Anyone interested? Calling it at once. He's from Vizag. So Vikings, anyone interested? So 1,000. Calling it at once. Twice. 1,000 for Vikings. 1,000 for Vikings. Calling it at once. Twice. And sold. Manikanta sold for Vikings at 1,000. He's a beginner. Can I request Badri and all to sit in your tables? 2 minutes. Okay, J. Rahul Verma. He's a finalist at the doubles Strive Pickleball tournament. Vikings is interested 1,000. Viking is interested 1,000. Calling it at once. 1,500, 2,000 at GOG. 2,000 GOG. Vikings interested. 2,500. Vikings. 2,500 Vikings. Calling it at once. Over. 3,000 at Metros at 3,500 GOG. GOG 3,500. Okay, 3,000. Vikings at 3,500. 4,000 Metros United. 4,500 Vikings. 4,500 Vikings. Yeah, 4,500. Calling it once. 5,000 Metros United. 5,000 for Metros United. Viking interested? Metros United is going for 5,000. 5,500 for Vikings. And it is sold. Sold for Vikings at 5,500. So just an update, Hell's Kitchen needs 2 more players, Gangs of Godavari 1 player, Metros United 1 player, and Vikings 3 players. Devardhan. Devardhan. Anyone interested for 1,000? Hell's Kitchen. Hell's Kitchen at 1,000. Calling it at once, twice, and sold. Devardhan for Hell's Kitchen. 1,000. Done. Prashant Verma. Should I go with unsold? No one wants to bid for Prashant Verma. Can I see any bids? You can. No, Vikings. Vikings 1,000. Vikings at 1,000. Vikings at 1,000. Metros United owner is going for Vikings. 1,000. Can you go? All 10 players are done, no? Stand by. Okay, Vikings at 1,000. Metros United and Gangs of Godavari. Anyone interested? Or should I sold? Calling it once, twice. Hell's Kitchen at 1,500. Hell's Kitchen at 1,500. Metros United 2,000. Should I? Currently 1,500 at Hell's Kitchen. Calling it at once, twice. Oh, second. So currently 1,500 for Hell's Kitchen. It's so surprising to see people fighting for Prashant in this team. $2,000 for Metros United for Prashant. He's a badminton player. Not sure about pickleball, but 2,000 for Metros United. Hell's Kitchen at 2,500. Hell's Kitchen at 2,500. Metros United. 2,500 at Hell's Kitchen. Calling it at once, twice. Metros United 3,000. Metros United 3,000. Calling it at once, twice, and sold for Metros United for 3,000. The co-owner is in the part of Metros United, but Rahulana is not, but okay. Nadalla Pradeep Kumar. Anyone interested for 1,000? Anyone interested for 1,000? KP Garu, Gangs of Godavari for 1,000. Vikings, do I see interest for him? 1,000. 1,000 calling it at once, twice, and sold. Gangs of Godavari. Oh, Hell's Kitchen, sorry. Hell's Kitchen 1,500. 2,000 for Gangs of Godavari. 2,000 GOG. 2,000 for Gangs of Godavari. Can I call it? Calling it once, twice, and Gangs of Godavari at 2,000. Sold. Gangs of Godavari for 2000. And is the last player Subreddy Kadlur Khuri. Ceasefire. Team ceasefire. Okay, your 10 players are done. So people who can bid are Vikings and Hell's Kitchen. Vikings and Hell's Kitchen. Anyone interested? No, let's go unsold. Okay, well, unsold, then they'll buy. It's unsold. Unsold. Yeah, unsold. Okay, just unsold. Okay, I think Vikings and Hell's Kitchen, you need 4 more players together. So we're going unsold list again. So you guys can fill your team up. So Viking requires 3 more players and Hell's Kitchen require 1 player. Unsold players start chasing. Let's start the unsold categories now. Let's get this quick and let's go for dinner everyone. Swaroop. Anyone interested? Vikings at 1000. Vikings 1500 for Hell's Kitchen. 2000 Vikings. 25 for Hell's Kitchen. 3000 Vikings. 3000 for Vikings. So what? Should we redoing it? No, they're disqualified. Sure, eh? Okay. Swaroop for Vikings. Anyone interested? Hell's Kitchen. Okay, Vikings Swaroop for 3000. Sold. Sivagabu. Vikings and okay, Vikings has to buy 2 more players and Hell's Kitchen 1 player. No, let's only last 3 more players, Gada. We'll just get it done. But Hell's Kitchen or Vikings? Come on. Vikings. I'll cheer the Vikings. Okay, Vikings. Sivagabu for Vikings. Sold. Next player, Vikings. Huh? Next player. Go for 53. Sold for Vikings, huh? Sivagabu sold for Vikings. And last 2 more players. Okay, just go for unsold, no? Yeah. Now Ravi Shankar and Subbi Reddy. Huh? Ravi Shankar goes to Hell's Kitchen and Subbi Reddy garu goes to Vikings. No. Anyone wants to do some trades? That's what Ceasefire is asking. They want to do it. Anyone wants to do a trades? No. Let's Wafa, Vamsi. Let's. So I pass on the mic to Vamsi Fanindra for vote of thanks. And so after this, let's all go for dinner. So the trade will open later on. Let's close it for now. Like after dinner maybe. Come on, I hope. Thanks, hey. Thanks, okay. So I thank each and everyone who came here for this auction night. It was wonderful. So Wafa is going to say a vote of thanks and let's all go for dinner.
So, the final words, I hope everyone had an action-packed bidding here. A very big thanks, especially to the team of Vikings, for Sujay Garu, Badri Garu and Malik Garu. You guys have motivated us a lot with yesterday's tournament, and those rallies and those drives were really good. And we are really humbled by your presence here. And I hope we don't depress you with the tournament going forward. We would keep the same Josh, the energy and everything for the tournament as it is. Let's stay intact for another 1 month. And I hope this closes off in a very good note. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. And I request everyone to have the dinner and leave the venue. Please do have your dinner here.